Well, hello there, it's the Archivist from TradingCardArchives.com, and I am back to once again take a look at some trading cards. As you can see on the table, we've got some really cute stuff today. I don't know, you might remember this. This is one of the oldest sets that I have. If it wasn't one of the first I bought, it was like one of the second or third. So this is like, I've had this on the shelf for about a year. And I mean, I have opened it already. We've looked at a few cards from it. We actually pulled some pretty awesome stuff from it. But today we're going to open the rest of it. So we're going to cash this box out. And the reason we're doing that is because we got this. And this is a brand new set, so still sealed. This is like, I don't know about brand new, but it's at least a couple months old. They keep making more of these, but a lot of them look like really kind of not great, right? And so I just skip them. But this one looks awesome. Like if you check the flyer out for this, we might look at it later here together. There are some just amazing looking cards available in this set. And so as a result, I just had to check it out. Also, never heard of this company, Kawaii. We've never looked at any products from them before, which is, another reason that I wanted to pick this up because, whenever there's a new manufacturer, we like to see what they can do, right? So yeah, before we dig too deep into those, I kind of these aren't like my favorite cards or anything, but I wanted to show you. This one is pretty interesting. We just pulled this last week. This actually came from Skibidi Toilet, which is this very odd new retail set that came out based on a super popular YouTube channel that you've either heard of or never heard of. One of those two. I mean, of course, but trust me, it's exactly like that. But what's crazy about this is it is a Plankton. So that's Karen and Plankton on their. So like they're printing SpongeBob card here in Skibidi Toilet. So I figured I'd bring that out since technically a SpongeBob card. And then this is actually something really cool. So this is an SSP. This was the box promo from this box. So when you buy this BobiCard set, originally it will come with, a bunch of these silver packs, which are the regular cards, but also a white pack, which is sort of your hit pack or your box promo pack. And when I opened mine up, it had this in it, and this SSP is super interesting for a ton of reasons. Like, one, it's got SpongeBob sort of serving some traditional Chinese dishes, which is like a weird thing for SpongeBob to be doing. But beyond that, it's numbered. So this is a serial numbered card. So this is a serial numbered SpongeBob trading card. That's what that is. And as you can see, it's to 199, which like why should that shouldn't that's the thing that probably shouldn't exist. But here it is. I have it right here. Totally exists and looks great. So I figured I'd bring that out too, just to keep this fair, because I think this will have a hit pack in it, and I want to make sure that like this box had a chance to show its hit card too. So that's what that is. And so first, why don't we get these packs out? You can see this BobiCard box is really nice too, like very got a nice padded insert here, and it's kind of a custom design. I've never seen this specific box design used ever before by anybody else with this kind of die cut triangle lid like that. So yeah, pretty cool box design too from them. And so again, that is a BobiCard set. I think this one is still yeah, okay, so I'm looking at the set. Yeah, you can definitely still get this. So this is still available, although it is, as you can see, there are limited cards in it, so it will sell out at some point. Like they can't reprint it, right? This one is the same way. So we're going to have 7 packs from that one to look at, which is a pretty good number of packs. But that's almost the entire box. I think I'd only opened maybe 3 or 4 of those before. Oh, 3. 3 or 4. I don't know. I think maybe there were 12 in there. This one, again, this is by a new company. Well, I don't know if they're new, but they're new to me. This Kawaii. And that word is a Japanese word that means cute. I mean, you probably know that. Everyone probably knows that. But yeah, that's an easy one. What's interesting about the front of this box is it's embossed. And so it's got this like almost realistic sponge image on it, and then the sponge holes are embossed, which is a, a little like a little bit creepy to feel, to be honest. Like it's a little weird. Um, but otherwise, super colorful box. Love the printing on it. Looks like it's very legit too. Like, I mean, I don't know if it's a licensed set. I highly doubt that. But at least it's legitimately marked up for sale, which is impressive. Like some of these have nothing on the back, right? So that's pretty good. Let's pop it open here. That's a very typical box design. So we see this style of box all the time. And yeah, very nice. Actually, that's a pretty cute image there on the inside too. I'm sure it's stolen artwork, but you know, we gotta work with what we got. So yeah, as expected, there is a hit pack in there, and then this is that's the Star Wars box tray. Although I don't think this is the Star Wars set. Like it's not by Card Expert. 3, 6, yeah, so 12 packs. That's pretty cool. And I always check underneath. I don't know, I'm just paranoid that something would have fallen down there or something during shipping. Never actually happens. But yeah, so okay, so let's get started here. And you know, since this is the new set and we had what, 7 of those, why don't we get down to 7 of these and then we'll start opening them side by side. So we'll open this new set first. And so again, this is Kawaii SpongeBob. The code on it is HM-A-001. And yeah, there's like really well printed box and very well printed pack here too. So everything about this looks professional so far. Looks like you're getting 2 cards in a pack, which is again, you know, pretty typical for this level of product. Interestingly, the cards are, I don't know, I always say this, but they have like that garage feel to them. Like immediately, like, I don't know how to explain this, but like if you felt these, you would immediately be like, okay, well, they have really rough edges is kind of the main thing you're feeling right away. But also, if you look here, they aren't even. So see how that bottom card sticks out a little bit more? So these weren't cut perfectly even. So while the printing on the packs and everything looks great, the cutting of the actual cards here does seem a bit more garagey than most of the sets we look at, but you know, that's not necessarily a bad thing. I don't know how I did this. I started the day with no sleeves. There's there one in there? There's one in there. Oh, I almost, okay, there's one more. But yeah, here we go. So we got Mr. Krabs, of course, loves money, and it's a CR, and it looks like there are different colored backs for different rarity levels, so we'll see how that goes. And, you know, not horrible here on the card. It's probably really hard for you to see, but inside the coins, there is some custom refraction work, actually. You can kind of see the texture there on the edges. So that's like has a texture on it to make it look kind of like a coin, and that's different from the texture in here. And then there is some stamped outlining on the coins too. So even though the cutting might be a little rough, the tech on the card here is not bad. Like that's a pretty high level of tech that would have taken, you know, at least 3 printing passes to do. So it's not cheap, right? Like it's not as cheap as just printing a color 1-pass card or something. Like these Skibidi toilet ones, they are quite cheap to print. Maybe 2 passes and nothing. Like the backs are all exactly the same. So I guess the backs on these are the same too. Okay, so I had to get some sleeves here. And then let's take a look at this one. So this is oh, it's a comic book cover. I love comic book cover. Well, you know me, I love my comic book cover cards. And that one looks pretty nice. Now the foil treatment on this, I guess that's actually not bad. That's almost it's 3D. It's not 3D. It just, okay, it's not 3D. It just has refraction. Okay. So what they did is they have like a multicolored cracked ice and then they put some refraction in it to make it look a little bit 3D. It's a cool effect on the border of this card, actually. That looks much better than you'd expect. And then the artwork on that is crazy. I mean, of course, it's a comic book cover, but still. It's looking art there. Huh? I didn't know the SpongeBob comics got that dark. Like that's a really kind of dark image. Maybe I should read. Maybe I should be reading SpongeBob comics. I've never read one. Maybe I should be. Looks like we're getting another one here. Pretty cool. I didn't. I guess I should have known from the flyer, but I didn't realize these were going to be comic book covers like that. That's really cool. You know, it's like one of my favorite types of trading cards to get. So I'm enamored, to say the least. Okay, and so I guess UR has a pink outline. Man, look at the refraction work on that. It looks almost, gosh, there's so much going on. That is a very complex pattern on there. You can see the shapes sort of appear and disappear as I move the card. Very complex. Cute picture of Patrick as well. UR. I'm not too sure of the rarity levels yet, although they're actually all listed here. Maybe what I'll do here, actually I'll show you this. So this is what I have this on my other screen. What's cool about this is the flyer for the set, right? And what's kind of neat about this flyer is it goes through all the rarity levels on one page. And so we can kind of see, you know, up here you've got, you know, your 10 gram and 2 gram gold cards, which I actually was curious. I looked that up ahead of time. 10 grams of gold, if assuming that's really gold and all, a lot of assumptions there, but assuming you actually got a 10 gram gold card, that would be worth about $800 in just gold value, which is crazy to me. So I don't know if that's like how real that could be, but that's a lot of money if it's true. But then, you know, moving down into the others, the FDRs here, these are all kind of chase rarities, you know, film cards, you've got all sorts of different kinds of PRs. And then you get down into the regular cards down here. And so there's the SSRs, the base. So these are the lowest tier cards. CR, I guess, is above that, and then UR is above CR. So, okay, so let's bring this down now that we understand. So yeah, UR is our top pull so far, and actually CR is a middle tier between SSR and UR. So that's more of our rarity tier so far. Let's keep going. Oh, another one. Awesome. I'm not pulling dupes is kind of cool. Oh, there's an SP. Okay, so SP is just 3 above UR, so it's not that high of a rarity. But they look cool, right? They've got like this, you know, like a Game Boy look to them, kind of. Ooh, and there's stamping on the back of it too. That's impressive. Still like really a rough cut edge. I kind of wish they had sealed the edges of this. And so that just means like when you cut it, if you cut it with a knife, you get this rough, any kind of like blade type thing, you'll get a rough edge like this. If you cut it with a laser, you'll seal the edge and it feels better. So most cards these days are cut with a laser, so it's kind of strange to see this kind of rough cut on such high quality cards otherwise. Yeah, I don't know, maybe there's a bad day at the factory. Okay, we got another of these comic book. I love these comic book ones. You know, like the JoJo ones, the Star Wars ones, they all make me they're just so awesome. I love them. So those are for me, those are the coolest. Although I get probably these CRs are actually kind of neat too. These CRs remind me of Card.Fun's latest Star Wars set. We've got those kind of like character sort of chest cards. I don't know how to explain that, but they sort of look a little bit like that. One more pack from this, and then we'll start mixing in the BobiCard set, and we'll see sort of the differences between the two as we go. Yeah, we got another one here. Fish stick comment. That's cute. Very cute. These are awesome. I'll put these in a binder. They look really good. I will definitely put those in a binder. I love the this is a UR of Squidward, of course. I love the juxtaposition here of SpongeBob or Patrick Star being like so happy and Squidward just so depressed. It's yeah, very typical for the two of them, I guess. And so yeah, now we can start mixing in. So let's mix in a BobiCard set. And I'm gonna have to maybe make a little space here because I want to make sure I have room to kind of keep the various sets separate so that you don't get too confused here. So we will put the BobiCard cards over here and keep the Kawaii ones over here. So when I say they're Kawaii, I'm not saying like they're cute. I'm not. That's the name of the company that printed them. I'm sorry. Like, I have to say the word because it's the name of the company that printed them. I'm not trying to just to like appropriate Japanese there all the time. So in here you're getting a lot more cards. I think it's like 5, but their stock is different. You'll see what I mean. It's not that thicker stock like that. And then you get sort of a mix of rarities too within the set, and there are different card backs. Now the quality of these is great. Like these are plasticky kind of stock. So I don't know, like a PVC stock, but better than cardboard for sure. These puzzle cards are actually cool in this set. Most sets puzzle cards kind of suck, but these ones are actually cool. They're sort of like a Where's Waldo, where you got to find SpongeBob, right? And so each of the puzzle pieces, it makes up a very, like this will make a larger image if you had all of them. I have a few of them now, but each one of them is also on its own, can be used sort of as a Where's Waldo. So there's value in the puzzle piece, even if you don't have them all, which is great. Yeah, so these SSRs are the base. So I put them up there because I love them, but they are just, well, not quite the base, but they're close to the base. These TRs are the base. But yeah, the TRs are literally just movie cards from one of the movies, I think. So yeah, they're not as interesting to me. Plus, it was one of those movies where they were in that, they had that 3D look to them. I can't remember. It's been a while, actually, since I've sat down and really watched anything from SpongeBob. My son used to love it, so we would watch quite a bit of SpongeBob, years ago when he was growing up. But now I don't think I've seen it actually in quite a while. But I assume they still make it. I don't know. Maybe they don't. No, they must. I mean, this thing is so popular. They wouldn't be making trading cards, right? If they didn't also make the make the show. Clearly they make comics. I had actually no idea that they made comics. Oh, there's Pearl the whale. She's very all the characters in SpongeBob I think have like their own little quirks and are kind of cool. I like them all. That's Sandy. It's also weird because like this is a product where I can identify everyone and tell you about all, like I could tell you the personality of all these different characters. Like I know all this stuff, right? Because I've seen so much of this. Whereas most of the things I open, that's not true. Like even with Dragon Ball, I've watched, a bit of it, but I still know like maybe 10% of the characters, right? It's like embarrassing when I try to identify anything in there versus this. Is this the same one? Is that the same exact piece? It is. Oh, we got a dupe of that piece. That's kind of too bad. It can happen, though. So here's another Squidward. Again, this is a BobiCard Squidward. Still some beautiful stamping on there. Like, the BobiCard cards are not cheaply printed either. They're different. They don't have the thick cardstock of that, but they have sealed edges because they were all die cut with lasers from. I really don't know. Some kind of PVC, but not. It's not like. It's not super flexible the way you would think. So I'm honestly not sure what that stock is. It almost feels like the core of a Magic card. That's what this feels like. It's as if they were able to somehow print on the core of a Magic card. That's sort of what that is like. Which, I mean, of course you could do that. I don't know. Well, in China you can get anything, so yeah, they probably just make the paper there. Yeah, but now you can kind of see the difference between these two sets. This one has a little bit of a movie card angle, but does have some art cards in it. Unfortunately, I haven't pulled too much from there yet, but there are way more tiers than this. These packs have been quite consistent. I seem to always be getting one of these SSRs. Now, luckily, we haven't gotten a dupe yet, which is almost surprising. Look at that. I don't know. Like, I honestly, if you know, let me know in the comments if these cards are like, if that's someone's art that they stole. It probably is. But if this is something they made just for this set, I mean, they did a great job designing each of these. But I'm afraid that someone else did that design work and they just stole it. But I could be wrong. They might have actually done that design work. I mean, they look great. They have almost like a hand drawn like look to them. It's not. That's the refraction, but that looks like it. All right, we got another puzzle piece. This time it is a different piece. Let's see. So this one is this piece here. So it would go kind of like that if you had the full puzzle. Oh, Mermaid Man. Sorry, that's Barnacle Boy. Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy. They're like washed up superheroes in the SpongeBob universe. But they're superheroes that SpongeBob still worships. Like, he still thinks they're the coolest. Yeah, I really don't know what movie that's from. I've seen quite a few of them, but I don't think I've seen whatever this one is. The one I remember best is where they kind of turn to be realistic at the end, and then David Hasselhoff has to like swim them back. I think that's one of the movies. Sorry. There's a lot of fever dream type stuff in SpongeBob land. Oh, another, gosh. I'm just always kind of struck with how good that looks. Oh, a CP. Where is CP? Okay, so CP is below SP. So we still haven't pulled anything past the first tier sort of cards on that flyer. But the CP looks great. I mean, again, you can see the refraction work there. Those squares, right? But it's also layered. You can see sort of that flower behind there. There's like layers of it. It's pretty wild. So there's the CP, and so that will have silver stamped. And then SP has gold stamped. Interesting. So silver, gold. I mean, it's just color, but it's interesting to see kind of how companies differentiate their tiers, right? Oh, these are so good, I think. I don't know. This is difficult because I'm sorry. In my head, I'm trying to like figure out which of these two sets is better, and I'm having a lot of trouble with that idea because on the BobiCard side, you're getting 5 cards in a pack. They are like very high quality cards. They feel great and I think look good. They have good design to them. But they're not quite as interesting of designs and don't have anywhere near the printing tech that's on these. Like, these things are just teched out like crazy, whereas these are a little bit more reserved. They've got the stamping, but that's pretty much it. There's like no refraction on this or anything like that. And yet they look cool, right? So I'm not sure which one is the best. Maybe they're both good for different reasons. Like, yeah, I mean, both sets I think are great sets. I was gonna buy a second one. I don't know. I gotta wait. I gotta wait and see what that is, I think. When we see the hit card, then we'll know, I think, at that point. I say that, it's probably not true. But... oh, we got something cool here. At least something we haven't seen yet. Interesting. Maybe? Yeah, hopefully it's not. Oh, I think it's just a puzzle piece. I think it's a puzzle piece. Yeah. That is definitely a puzzle piece. And I mean, it's not a bad puzzle piece. It has value, I think, as a card on its own, just because it has some cool framing and very cool imagery. But still, puzzle pieces, I don't like them quite as much. Put that there. Okay, we're down to 3 packs of each. Which are not too bad. It's also neat that you get a puzzle piece in every single one of these packs. It means you kind of, like, I don't want to say you will complete it, but you definitely have a chance of completing this. I mean, we've gotten 4 of the 9 pieces just right here. And I must already have 3 somewhere, somewhere in a box somewhere. I can go find them. Mrs. Puff, she's always trying to teach SpongeBob how to drive. They went deep here. Shovel Killer. Yeah, this is a deep cut. One of the episodes there. Is that SpongeBob as Gary? That's clever. I love it. I kind of want to figure out what movie that is now and go watch it. It looks like it would be. It looks like it would be at least fun to watch, right? If not good, it's probably not a good movie, but oh, maybe it is. I shouldn't say that. SpongeBob has a lot of value, I think. So we still have not pulled a single dupe from this set either, which is just wacky to me. To think that we would not pull any dupes, that's crazy. I probably missed them, but this is great. I love so like I said, these CRs are awesome, but then look at this. You've got like sad Squidward, happy Squidward, and they both sort of have the flower motif. Like it's very well designed set of images, which is why again I keep thinking this must be some artist online or something who made these. Yeah, I can go try to figure that out. Here, I'll pause here and I'm gonna go reverse image search this and see if I can figure out if they stole that or made that. I will be right back. Well, Alvi, it is, I think it's original art. I mean, it might be AI, but that doesn't look like AI. That looks like something somebody drew. Especially with the highlights up here, like that looks hand-drawn. The coloring on the flowers too. But yeah, I reverse image searched this, nothing, like not even close. So I don't think there's any artists who made this, or if they did, they're not on Google, which is weird. You do actually find people trying to sell these trading cards though. Like I found somebody trying to sell a full set of the CRs for $15 by doing that. So apparently these cards are out there, for sale too. But I think they are original art. Like I'm gonna go with original art. If you know otherwise, let me know in the comments where you think that all those images come from. I mean, those obviously are comic book covers, but these ones here specifically, because I can't reverse image search them. So yeah. This is great, man. Right? Wow, you really with these SSRs, you're really getting like a full, like this is every character in SpongeBob. Okay, there's a dupe. Finally, we got some dupe here. Yeah, because we got the jellyfish right there. Now this is cute. I love the LR. This is the second LR that I've got. They all feature kind of the SpongeBob characters as animals. And this is, of course, Squidward dressed up as a bunny or a cat. which is, I would say, super, super cute. So I'm going to put that right there. And then here, and I apologize if you can hear a cat in the background. We are fostering a new cat here in our house, and she is very loud. She's constantly crying because she thinks we left her alone, even though she has full reign of the entire house and I'm locked in this little room. She wants to get into this little room, so she's out there just meowing like crazy. So yeah, sorry if that's getting picked up. But that's a very realistic view of what it's like to be here. Cats all the time in this house. With a lot of cats. Okay, awesome again. Well, wow, so a second Patrick you are. Look at that. These comic book covers are cool. Honestly, I just didn't know I should have assumed so, but I didn't really understand that there were SpongeBob comics. This is cool. We got a second Patrick Star you are. And this one, that one there, he's got kind of his Kawaii face on or whatever, and here he's eating Krabby Patties. Very cool. Ooh, gold. It's not actually gold, but and remember that set had like gold cards and stuff in it. Obviously, we pulled none of those, but they technically were available. Here's a different CP. That's cool. So we pulled, I think, like one dupe from here, or no dupes? Maybe no dupes at all from the Kawaii set, which is very impressive. Like to get no dupes from a box like that, that's honestly probably maybe the first time that's happened. maybe the very first Star Wars box I opened, I didn't get a dupe in, but otherwise that's never happened before, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, so here's our last pack of BobiCard, and then we will move on to that hit and be done with SpongeBob. And I mean, we'll be done with SpongeBob. Like, I don't know that I'll get more unless something would have to happen. Like, is this a puzzle piece? It is, but interesting. Yeah, I guess it is a puzzle piece. Weird. But yes, a new set would have to come out that would be, worth that to me, basically. Wait, this is so these both dupes here, and these aren't though. That's cute. Just such cute little faces on them there. Awesome. All right, and so then we can open up this hit pack here and see what we got. Now, I don't think this has 10 grams of gold in it. It would weigh 10 grams, and I don't think it quite does. That's the problem with those gold cards, is that that's a standard of weight, so weighing them is super easy. Let's see what we did get. Looks like we got a PR. So PR is on the third tier of rarity, so not bad, not bad. Not the best either, but, can't complain too much. It's not numbered. Let's go back to it. And I guess it's a location, so that's the police station. And oh my, yeah, this refraction is just intense on this. There's, again, 2 different layers of it on this card, which is strange because it doesn't seem like it would merit that, but they did it. Put that there. Put that right there. Cool. So there you go. This is SpongeBob, Kawaii's newest set, and the rest of my BobiCard set. And again, I just don't know which one is better. I mean, definitely the BobiCard cards feel nicer. Like they are just a higher quality stock, right? And you get more of them, so that's great. But then again, you also get dupes. Like I got quite a few dupes from that, where I got no dupes over here, so a lot of dupes in that set. We did get the numbered card from that set, but there are numbered cards in this set, I just didn't pull them. So we can't judge it based on my luck, right? That's not a good way to judge the set. Yeah, I would say given the potential to pull gold from this set, that's probably like if you're gonna buy a box of SpongeBob cards today, I think I would buy this box. Now I'm biased because of the comic books and these look really cool, but really it's more about that gold, like the potential to pull even one of the smaller gold pieces, the 2 gram pieces, would be amazing, right? And that would pay for almost a case of this. So so definitely worthwhile. But yeah, I think that's where we'll leave this, and that's where we'll leave SpongeBob until a new set comes out, which I don't know, might be a while, but if it does happen, I will definitely pick it up. There you go. There's SpongeBob by BobiCard and Kawaii. Hope you enjoyed the video and have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.